Hi all, welcome back to DAA session. In this video, we will discuss about how to write an algorithm. In the last video, we saw about what is an algorithm and what are the characteristics of an algorithm. So now we have a small recap on what is an algorithm. An algorithm is a finite set of instructions that can be used to perform certain tasks, and it is written using English like language so that all persons can be easily understand the process, that is even by non programmers. So algorithm is generally developed before actual coding is done. Sometimes algorithms are written using pseudocodes, that is a language similar to programming language to be used. So now let's see how to write an algorithm and what are the rules to be followed in writing an algorithm. The structure of an algorithm is basically divided into two sections. One is algorithm heading and another one is algorithm body part. In the heading section, we can include name of the algorithm, the problem description, that is what is the problem about, and the input to be given and the output to be produced by the algorithm. So these can be included in the heading section. And next one is the algorithm body section, which includes logical body of the algorithm. We can make use of some programming constructs and assignment statements in this part. Now let's see how to write those two sections in detail and what are the rules to be followed. Okay, let's see about the heading part. The first statement in the heading part is the algorithm name. So we should start that statement with the keyword algorithm. So it is mandatory. The next is the name of the algorithm, that is after algorithm keyword we should mention the name of the algorithm, and it is optional, that is user defined name. So you can write any name for the algorithm, and follow to that we should mention the parameters to be included in within the parenthesis. So this is the first statement in the heading part. Once again I repeat, the algorithm keyword should be written initially. After that name of the algorithm to be included, that can be your choice. After that you should mention the parameters within the parenthesis. The next three sentences of heading section are problem description, input and output. These sentences can be written as a single line comments using double slash at the beginning. Generally, comment statements are non-executable statements. In the problem description statement, we can mention what is the problem to be solved and for what problem the algorithm is designed. So we can mention that in the problem description statement. In the input statement, we can mention what are the inputs to be given initially for the algorithm execution. And in the output statement, we can denote the expected output of the algorithm. On the screen you can see the example of algorithm heading part. This is the example for sum of n numbers. The first sentence is algorithm name, and it has a keyword like algorithm and it is marked in red. You can see that. So this is mandatory. The keyword should be mentioned before the name of the algorithm, and then the algorithm name is denoted as sum, because the problem is sum of n numbers, so we can mention as sum. After that parameters are included within the parenthesis, that is from 1 to n number you have to find out the sum, so it is included within the parenthesis. The next statement is problem description. Here I had mentioned like this is the algorithm for finding sum of given n numbers. Here I mentioned what is the problem about. The next statement is input. What is the input of the algorithm? That is from 1 to n we have to calculate sum of the numbers. So I had mentioned like 1 to n numbers. After that output, Output of the algorithm should be sum of those n numbers. So I mentioned like the sum of n numbers. So this is how we should write an algorithm heading part. Next we will see how to write the body section. The body section of the algorithm is usually written using programming constructs like for, if, while, and also we can use some assignment statements in the body part. If we want to add some compound statements in the algorithm, those statements should be enclosed within curly brackets. For single line comment, use double slash as beginning of comment line. You need not write data types for identifiers like int, float. Identifiers should begin with letter, not by digit, but it can be a combination of alphanumeric string. This should be followed while naming identifiers. Use assignment operator for assignment statements. The syntax is given in the slide. You can refer it. Usually array indices are stored within square brackets, and then for inputting and outputting statements you can use read and write keywords. Next one is keyword step. It is used to denote increment or decrement the value of variable. You can see the example like for I 1 to n step 1. That is, for I the initial condition is 1 and the termination condition is n. From 1 to n, step 1. That means for a variable I, at each step, the value should be incremented by 1. This is how we use the step keyword. Apart from this, we can use break statement, return statement in our algorithm. Break is used to exit from inner loop, and return is used to return control from one point to another. Like for loop, we can use some other conditional statements in our algorithm like if then else, while statement. I think you all familiar with those statements. As we are computer science students, we already studied C programming languages. At the end, we can see the example algorithm to find sum of n numbers. The header part and the body part are very well designed as per the rules. So I hope now you are clear how to write an algorithm following those rules. In the next videos, we will discuss the next topics. Thank you.